Do you know those blurry backgrounds we get using really expensive camera gears? I'm gonna show you how you can achieve something like that using Photoshop. So let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here, and in this video I'm gonna use this image that I found on deventart.com, and if you want to use the same image, the download link is in description, so feel free to use it. Now first of all, I'm gonna go to my image size, and then I will reduce the size because my PC cannot handle a lot of heavy images. So I'm gonna go with 3000 height. That should be enough. You don't have to do it if you have a really powerful system. So I'm gonna double click and unlock this thing. So first and most important step, like the only important step, is we have to cut the owl from the background. So I'm gonna go and select my quick selection tool. Now in this situation, pen tool would be the best choice. You should use pen tool, but for the people who don't know how to use pen tool, this is an alternative option. It is not as good as pen tool, but still it will get your job done. So let's use this one, and in the departments like this, here quick selection will not work. So to deal with this type of areas, all you have to do is go and select your lasso tool, and in the lasso tool make sure you have selected the second option. So whenever you now make selection with your lasso tool, you don't have to be extremely accurate painter, but yes, a little bit of nice effort would be necessary. So I'm gonna go here and make selection of this. You can go with magnetic lasso, that would work even better. So let's go, and next time I'm gonna try magnetic lasso. So this one is here, and for this portion here, let's go and try with magnetic lasso, and then I'm gonna make a selection. So as we can see, the magnetic is working nice but not very good. So this is like believable. And if you want to remove something, go and select this third option, and then I'm gonna select these things here, and this way you can remove the selection too. So that is really handy tip. And then let's go to the ear, and then I'm gonna make another selection here. So oops, I made a mistake. I'm gonna go and select my second option. So let's go and select this one here, and then let's go and select here. So let's go and make a selection. If you try a couple of times, it will also give you like a really decent selection. So all you have to do is just keep some patience, and that is the most difficult part, but we gotta do it. So let's go and do it. And for the people who knows the selection, I will already put the annotation, so you can skip it. So the basic layout is kind of ready for the selection. Now all you have to do is apply a layer mask. From here, make another copy of this thing. I'm gonna press Ctrl J to make a copy. Now I'm gonna double click on the name, exactly on the name, and then name it owl, and then double click on this name, do exactly on the name, okay, and then I'm gonna name it BG. That's for background. So first of all, let's see the owl. So the owl is fine, but we can see the problems. So create a new blank layer, and then I'm gonna fill in using my bucket tool a black color. So now as you can see, the edges are really rough, and they will show up if we apply blur. I will like tell you later. So first of all, we need to get rid of the jaggy edges. So select your mask of the owl layer, the mask of the owl layer. Turn this one off, we don't need it right now. So right click and select refine mask, and then I'm gonna make this brush bigger. I'm using my big bracket keys to make it bigger and smaller, and then paint here, so it will give you soft feathers, see, stuff like that. And then you don't have to be really harsh about it. You can like do couple things here and there. Nope, not working. This image is particularly tough to mask out, I will admit that. So if you're a beginner and you are having trouble, just have some patience, or like finish your masking practice first and then go for this advanced level stuff. So that would be one advice I would like to give you guys. And for these things, as I said, the pen tool would have like saved a lot of time, but not all the people know pen tool, so that's also a problem. So you get the idea. Let's hit OK. And if you forget to remove something like this, all you have to do is select your brush tool, and from here just paint with the black color, and it will remove it in your mask, not on the image, sorry, not on the image, in your mask. If you paint with black color, it will go away, and if you paint with white color, it comes back. Simple as that. So the basic masking is ready, and you know what, let's delete the background layer, we don't need it, that was useless step. So now I'm gonna go and press Ctrl J. I know that was stupid, but bear with me. And then I'm gonna put the owl copy here and then rename it BG. So you don't need to make copy in advance, that was my mistake. So now select your BG and then press Ctrl I. So you can see that now we have owl on this layer and the background on this layer. See, simple as that. So first of all, right click on this thing and select apply layer mask. So now we have owl here, and now select on your owl and then select apply layer mask. It's not necessary on the owl layer, but I just like to keep it for the simplicity. You don't have to do it, but the BG one, that's important. Now afterwards, when you hold down Control key and click on the thumbnail, as you can see the little box appears. So click on that and it will make selection of your background. And all you have to do is go to filter, blur, and then go to Gaussian blur. So let's go and apply a lot of blur, a lot. So that one seems okay, not very good, but seems fine. Okay, that's way too much. I'm gonna go with this much at first and then hit OK. Now as you can see, we have some trouble with this blackish area, and that is because, let me turn off the owl layer. So as you can see, there is some trouble in the edges, because when you apply the blur, it will fade your edges. So to make them sharper, I'm gonna go and select my clone stamp tool, and my selection is current layer, and my selection of the layer, as you can see, this marching arts is active and opacity is 100%. So I'm gonna hold down my alt key, hold your alt key and then click anywhere like this, and then it will sample things and then just start painting here. So I'm gonna go here. It will take a little bit time to master this thing, because it's quite tough, to be honest, if you're a beginner. And if you're a beginner, just go and practice basic stuff. Why are you watching this really extremely advanced tutorial? But if you are a rebel like me, or if you just wanna go faster, then here's the advice for you. Just do it again and again, and make sure that it doesn't get really patchy. And if you are listening some weird noises in the background, pardon me, my neighborhood is insanely crazy. So there goes that thing. Now let's turn on the owl. So now it looks much better. And now let's go to your filter, blur, and now again some Gaussian blur. So we have some softer background, even softer. Okay, so this one seems fine to me. Maybe a little bit more. Can we go for a little bit more? Not way too much. Okay, that seems fine, and hit OK. So now I'm gonna repeat the same process. Turn off the owl layer. Make sure you have selected your BG layer. You have selected your BG layer when you are cloning. And then I'm gonna fast forward and repeat the same cloning process. So as you can see, now I have finished my cloning job, and let's turn on the Mr. Owl. And now go to select, and then go to deselect. So now as you can see, you have created a really beautiful selection, and we have some things here. So I'm gonna control click on the BG and copy some stuff from here and paint it over here. Now you can deselect it, and here. So as you can see, this seems nice, and we have deleted the original layer. So in the editing I will show you like how the original one and this one compares. Now comes the important part. Don't neglect this one. Go and select your curves adjustment layer. I'm gonna increase the highlights a little and then decrease this one, so that we have some nice contrast in the image, and the effort of the photographer should show up. And let's have some contrast in the owl. So that seems really nice. And touch there, way too darker. So I'm gonna go more for the mids and not way too much. So now if I turn it on and off, you can see the difference. And to create that soft light, create a new blank layer, select your brush tool and select white color. Now I'm gonna make it like big, super big, and then make a click. So as you can see, the light is there, but it looks stupid. So control click on your BG layer. So we have selection of that, but we have selected our fog layer. As you can see, the light layer, sorry, not the fog, light layer. And then meanwhile, when the selection is on, apply a layer mask from here, and boom, it got away from the owl, see? And then change its blending mode to soft light, see? And there we have a really nice background light. and then turn off the opacity a little bit so it blends nice. So this way you can create lighting, and afterwards the final step, create a new blank layer and select your where is vibrance and apply some vibrance, and you should be good to go. And you can always like go and do some crazy stuff like apply a little bit more brightness to the image, or maybe some contrast, whatever your taste. And about the lighting, like you can go for this one. I like the natural one better, or even if I'm gonna use it, I will use it on really low opacity so it doesn't distract you. So that is one important tip, and there's nothing else to it. Just practice in cloning and masking, nothing else. And also select proper images. So yeah, choose your image wisely and practice a little. And I really hope that you learned something from this video. If you wanna check out more tutorials, you can click on any of these boxes. Plus, you can subscribe to my channel, so every time I upload a new video, you will get an update, and hitting on the subscribe button will take you to my channel where I have more than 70 free Photoshop tutorials. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.